Another video from SwedishGringo. Let's go.
Rio de Janeiro, Brazil is one of the most exciting cities in the world to visit. But you guys coming here are making a lot of mistakes.
They're just like a kid going to Disneyland.
I was told that being from the UK means that all the women are just gonna love me and be interested in me and everything's gonna be easy.
No!
And they've got a thing or two to learn from the Brazilian guys.
They're confident, they know what they want and they go for it.
She's waiting for you to kiss her, so make a move.
Foreigners, you guys need to watch this video.
I felt like a homeless.
You need to watch this video.
Here are the 10 common mistakes gringos do that
10 common mistakes foreigners
Brazilians
do.
the most.
Foreigners
Welcome
do
to
in
Rio
Brazil.
de Janeiro, the city where the caipirinhas never stop flowing. And I brought a fair share of you gringos here, which kind of means I have a responsibility. And I keep getting complaints about how you guys are behaving. So here are the main reasons why you ruin your date, piss people off, or get into problems here in Brazil. Enjoy! Just as always, we're starting at the beach.
Don't label them.
First up, you say something perfectly ordinary and suddenly the girl you're dating gets furious. My friend Carolina is here to tell you why.
If you want the girls in Brazil to like you, what are the things you shouldn't do?
I think the first thing would not be saying, I want a Brazilian girl, like a label. For example, you want a Brazilian coffee, you want to go to a Brazilian beach, but I feel that some guys can be a little bit, they are with me because I'm Brazilian and nothing else. This sounds weird, but we can feel when we are there being the Brazilian type and not because I'm the woman that he likes. It's like, I need to go to Brazil and I need to find a Brazilian girl. This is too much like if you were an object and it's not fun. We can feel it.
Hey guys,
They can feel it. Don't just come here and say, I want a Brazilian girl. Of course, you're in Brazil. You find a lot of Brazilian girls, even the mixed one, whatever. Don't come to label them. You see them. I want a Brazilian girl. Let things just happen. Let it just flow. Let it flow. These girls can feel whether you want them for other things or anything. And if you the ones that know that you want them for other things, they will follow you. The ones that want something true with you and you are doing some other things, they will leave you. Don't label them. Guys.
I think that Brazilian is a brand with specific qualities that they want to have.
Exactly, and then you come with, can you please teach me samba? Or can you please dance? Of course you can dance, you are a Latina. Oh, come on, it's not like that.
How many Latina friends do you have who can't dance?
I have a lot actually. Like we enjoy music, but it's not like we were born dancing samba all the time. For example, if I went to Sweden, I would ask you to teach me how to be a Viking.
I think most Swedes would like to try to teach you that. Skiing would be more natural since Vikings haven't existed for lots of hundreds of years.
Yes, and samba is popular, but it's not like from my generation anymore. We are into funk now, not myself, but
They're shaking their asses now.
yes.
All right, so right here you have an example of what not to say.
How many Latina friends do you have who can't dance?
You think you're being a little playful, but for Brazilians it's considered arrogance. My buddy Sam, the social coach, learned the difference the hard way.
When I first came to Rio, I was told that being from the UK means that all the women are just gonna love me and be interested in me and
Wrong.
everything's gonna be easy. And that's not actually the case. A lot of guys mistake confidence for arrogance. Confidence is really important in Rio de Janeiro, in a culture where everyone's sociable. Arrogance is the sense that you are better or you believe that you are fundamentally better. And very often I see foreigners acting in a way that they wouldn't act in their own countries as if they're better because it masks their nervousness or gives them this sort of validation that they can be confident, but it just doesn't work.
So guys, don't be too arrogant, especially the white ones. You know, gringos, you come and you start feeling like because you're a white guy from the United States, or not the whites, not only them, sorry, not especially the whites, please, sorry. The whites, the blacks, just because you are from Europe, you're from the United States, you're from Canada, you think with your English you can just come and say, oh, this and that, you think things are going to be easy. No. The ones that will fall for you. The ones that don't feel your vibe because you're being arrogant, they won't feel your vibe. Just come clean. You're a normal person. Of course, somehow you have some points ahead of the normal Brazilians in some cases, but don't come too arrogant. Just come, play your game as a gentleman. Just be gentle. Be a gentleman. Then you see the babe like you.
Now listen, cause this is where I keep screwing up over and over. You simply can't bring your twisted sense of humor to Brazil. Sarcasm does not work.
Is there anything guys should think about when they're trying to be funny with a Brazilian girl?
Yes, like your sense of humor can be not the same as ours, so make sure that you can make her smile, but if she starts to look like uncomfortable, you just stop, you don't force. Sometimes the guys, they get nervous and then they keep pushing on a subject that we are already okay. Sometimes can be some language barrier and then you are not getting, but if you come with sense of humor, with irony and sarcasm.
True, I have tried to convert or translate some English jokes to Portuguese and it didn't come out well. And I felt like I even laughed, but it didn't come out well to the Brazilian lady. And I was like, okay, I get it, the language barrier. So you need to learn. I think if you want to learn any jokes or anything or read lines, you need to go and learn the Brazilian own, the Portuguese own. So that one you can easily get to her. But translating English jokes or read lines to Portuguese, it's not gonna work, guys. It's not gonna work because of language barrier and all those stuffs. So guys, don't make some stupid jokes and some weird jokes. Some of you might be making jokes to just get into some people's panties. Stop.
Because try to explain yourself and not pushing the joke.
Don't try to use dark humor, sarcasm.
No, I wouldn't recommend because can go very on the wrong side. Try light things, try to talk about her smile, try to talk about, I don't know, like more soft stuffs.
Positive things.
Exactly. If you try to play also intellectual, okay, we have intellectual girls here as well, but you can be misunderstood.
Another big no-no, politics.
I like political jokes, but sometimes can come
Political
on
jokes.
totally different contexts and
How would I go for
you
political
can end
jokes?
up fighting actually.
That's never a good date.
No. I think for dates you can say for more soft stuffs, and if you get along with the girl after and you want to figure out about her opinions, then yes, but at the beginning, don't do that. Because sarcasm, even in your own language, sometimes people can't get. So in another language with another culture, your joke can be something that can offend people and not actually make them laugh.
What jokes are you allowed to make as a foreigner then?
Whoa, I think that things that can be like universal, like someone is falling and then you have no way to not laugh, okay, but you know.
Tricky one. In your head, Latinas are romantic and emotional, and you try to play the part, and that will scare the crap out of the girls.
I see a lot of foreigners coming here having their first Brazilian girls, and this can make you very excited, but you should hold a little bit of your excitement because
Bro.
you can send the wrong impression by accident.
Bro,
Guys get too much, they get
Don't get too excited.
passionate, they fall in love too deep.
Yes, sometimes it's not even love, they're just like a kid going to Disneyland for first time would be your first Brazilian.
imagine a Brazilian, you go to a bar, a Brazilian girl, you guys vibe, you danced, and she kisses you, and you're so excited, like thinking she's so much into you. Of course, she's into you, that's why she kissed you. But it doesn't end there, it doesn't start there. That's not the final thing. So don't think you've achieved like a World Cup, you've done something magnanimous. No. Calmly, don't be too emotional, don't be too excited. Play your games gradually. You have kissed girls before. You've kissed girls before. Calm down. Be calm. Be calm. She is not the first, she'll not be the last. Don't be too excited. And don't be too excited to make her. She'll just look at you and feel like, has this guy not kissed before? Has she not kissed somebody so beautiful before or whatever?
Girl.
Okay guys, so keep your cool, don't pressure the girls into
Don't
your
be.
dreams,
Relax.
something like that.
Yes, you need to be aware that in Brazil, guys are a little bit more, I wouldn't say rude, but not that much gentlemen. So if you keep pushing on being too nice, inviting her to do a lot of things, you can show feelings that sometimes are not there. Like you want a really serious relationship.
They get scared of your emotions, they get scared of your planning.
Yes, because can sound too much. If you go too intense on a short time, you can send the impression that you want to be her husband, and I don't.
But seriously, you girls too can be very intense now. But I get what she's saying though. Because Brazilian girls can be very intense too. But I guess what she's saying, Yeah, as you said, as if you want to be her husband, you have gone far. You've never dated her. You've never gone out with her like two, three, four, five times. You already feel like you're her husband. Not even a boyfriend yet. You're too fast. Chillax.
I think that is that. I think you're just too excited. I would hold my emotions a little bit more.
Just watch the local Rio guys. They are natural born experts.
Brazilian girls liking a guy.
I like their way to be. They're very confident. I like that when they ask you out, they already have a plan to go, where to go and what to do. They're not like, what would you like to do? And then both of you be like, I don't know.
Of course, every foreigner that comes here has a lot of things in their itinerary, you know. They already know where they want to go. So when a foreigner meets a Brazilian girl, they have a lot of lists now. Oh, I want to go to this place, I want to go to this place, I want to go to this place. So it's not be so hard for them because Brazil is like a fresh place for them to go out. It's not like a Brazilian has lived here all their life. They are already used to whatever. So I think he's going to have a lot of options of knowing where to go on dates. Okay, I want to try this. He checks Google, he checks whatever, GPT, blah blah blah. So it's like a fresh ground for him to explore more places. So I think that's why a foreigner, in the real sense, guys, think it. For him to know where he wants to go and he will not be confused where to take a lady or anything in Brazil.
They always ask you to go somewhere. This time they come pick you up. They're confident. They know what they want and they go for it.
And I gotta tell you, it's always nervous meeting fans in Rio. Cause I'm dead scared you're gonna regret coming.
What are you doing here? We get to you and then it's the vibe. It's the super here.
Project 2 hours a day, good as much as what with parties, planning, translation, and
Part of your job is giving dating advice to gringos out there.
Yeah.
What's your best tips for gringos looking for love?
I would say for you to be brave enough to face a girl, because here, if you take too long to make an attitude, we can understand that you're not that interested and put
That's true. If you take too long to quickly play your cards, play your cards well, play your cards right, the Brazilian girl will think you are not interested. So you have to move fast, talk, chat, talk, set dates, go out, talk, make moves. Don't just talk and just be like a cool guy, a very extremely gentle guy. When you're feeling a vibe, you're talking, you guys are talking, you're engaging her, you're talking. Make a move. Compliment her. Then you can now try to kiss her. After kissing her, you can now say a few sexy or romantic words. There are sometimes you can be so flirty. Be flirty with her. Sing those songs to her ear. Sing those flirtatious words into her ear. Let her make your intentions known. Just go one way or the other. Don't be slow. So better be fast here. In this Brazil, you snooze, you lose.
put you on the friend
They
zone.
put you on friend
like,
zone.
oh, I was with this girl yesterday on the beach, and I asked, okay, and how was it? Oh, we didn't kiss yet because I thought that would be not respectful. No, if you're with the girl on the beach, she's waiting for you to kiss her. So make a move.
Make a move.
Ah,
Kiss
you're
her.
supposed to kiss the girl already at the beach, first time you see
Yes,
her.
and with tongue, please, guys, tongue. Always the tongue, not like the dog tongue, but you need. It's not like an invitation for sex, but we kiss with tongue in Brazil. It's very important.
Brazilians love tongue kissing. Brazilians love tongue kissing. They love tongue kissing. Me, as a normal guy, I'm not a tongue kisser. I'm a lips. But when I see that Brazilians kissing me like this, I'm very observant. I've said in one of my videos, I just quickly start observing the way she kisses me, then I flow with her. I kiss her like she's kissing me. So Brazilians love to use their tongue a lot. You guys will lick your tongue and your tongue, even suck your tongue safe. Brazilians love tongue kissing.
Medium tongue.
Medium tongue, not like full tongue.
Not full tongue.
You know,
Some
it's
people
not
use
like
full
a
tongue.
medical
Some people-
procedure, but
But
slowly, sex.
slow tonguing, God. Yes, not watch you, not everywhere water. No. Guys, if you are going to be kissing her and she's using tongue and you want to use tongue to kiss her, tongue kissing, don't make it nasty. Nah, clean. Don't make it watery. She said she will not make it watery.
Way, not not aggressive way,
no
but
aggressive.
we talk always.
I know, it's a lot of information, but it's all just about relaxing, smiling and being yourself, apart from the jokes.
Don't take yourself too seriously. Don't filter your speech too much. Just let yourself
attitude,
talk,
yes.
and you'll find that you get confident much
attitude
quicker.
too, you know.
And just take action.
Cool.
But if you
Chill.
start to act a bit too arrogant and think that because you're from another
Relax.
country it makes you special or above them, most women are going to be turned off by that because they can see through it.
Attitude
Yeah.
is actually what matters.
Have a good attitude.
Sometimes you can
Have a
see
good attitude, clean
the
attitude.
most good-looking
Swag.
guy, but he's super arrogant because he's
Yeah,
too
yeah.
safe about the way he looks, and then the date is like just boring, you know. So it's more about your personality and how you can show this to people.
So, if you're not bringing the energy, the girls will think you're boring.
Yes. If you don't bring the energy, if you don't bring the attitude, if you don't put a lot of personality, maybe you can fit, can I say that on the channel, for sex, and that's all. But if you want to create like some type of connection, and I'm not saying about find a girlfriend, but if you want to have a cool girl with you, just be yourself and be nice.
And here we
Energy.
have
Yusuf.
Yusuf from Turkey. Do you regret coming here to Brazil?
No, very good. Nature almost perfect. We went to carnival times. I was like, it was amazing time, insane.
Oh yes, I know you've missed Sabrina. And you know what? She's actually kind of a tourist here in Rio too.
Right, Sabina, you're already famous from before, but you're not actually from Rio.
No, I'm from Brasilia.
That's
Do you
the
regret
capital of Brazil.
coming to Rio?
Actually, no, because I love the city. It's so amazing. I don't know how to explain.
Where do we
to
love you? I don't really like you that much. For real, it's cool. I like the beaches.
What's so special about Rio?
I can't explain. You just come and feel. I don't know. It's this energy. Look at this place. It's so beautiful. I don't know.
But the fact is, us gringos, we don't just annoy the girls around here. We also do a bunch of stuff not popular in general.
All right, so what about tourists annoy Brazilian the most?
A lot of things. Maybe top one is when they are saying that everything is so cheap. This is offensive to local people. When you are comparing your coin all the time, like, oh, but this is too cheap, but this is too cheap.
Guys, I made a video, you know. Let's just continue.
If you are with Brazilian friends, it's not that cheap for us. So it's not nice when you keep putting money on the table. Sometimes super cheap for you is the price of our salary or of our renting. So this is not fun. And
Guys, so as I always said, you know, for digital nomads and all, everything that you're earning in dollars, you're spending in years, we think Brazil is very cheap. You know, I already clarified that part in one of my videos where I talk about, you know, being broke in Brazil better than in Nigeria. Guys, just because we're earning dollars here doesn't mean it's so easy for Brazilians here, because Brazil is affordable. What made Brazil so affordable for us is because we earn in dollars. So when we convert, it is always looking cool. So guys, let's not throw it to their face like everything is cheap in Brazil, everything is cheap in Brazil. It's not easy for the average man in Brazil. It's not easy. And when you're talking to girls, don't just come and be bragging about your money, about how big of a boy you are, how rich you are. The girls that will fall for you will fall for you. The gold diggers. And if you're looking for something real, the ones that will not fall for you will not fall for you, you know. So just don't bring that money matter.
another thing is when they are trying to buy you even more with girls.
Why?
Yes, like first conversation, oh, I have a nice hotel with pool. Oh, I have a bathtub here, we should
Doesn't
come over.
make sense.
Come on, you know. I don't think that this is the way that you approach people on the first time. You don't even know where the girl is from, what is her money condition, and oh, I have a pool, congratulations, I have a beach in front of my place.
I also want to point out, just like any other...
Doesn't make sense. You're coming with your money, you're not trying to show off and like everything. Why? Are you the first person to make money? Of course you are rich. Cool, you're rich. Be calm. Be cool. Do your thing, be a gentleman. Don't come with bringing money. You can't buy everybody. There are some people you can buy though, but you can't buy everybody.
place, Brazil has become quite more expensive lately.
What should you not do in Brazil when you're here as a tourist?
You should maybe realize that you're not in your country anymore. I see this happening a lot when people come here and starts to compare Brazil with their hometown or their home country. So start to talk about service, start to compare people and how they act and why people here can't speak in English, and then this starts to be not nice with us.
And you're saying not be rude by accident. How are tourists rude by accident?
Sometimes I see people talking on a way that for Brazilians we can be a little bit sensitive about. If I went to your country, I wouldn't be complaining all the time about everything. So I think that when you are going to a totally different place,
I complain about some things in
economic
Brazil.
situations and stuff, it's not nice to be
Not because
comparing things
we
all
don't
the
have
time.
those things.
Because
We don't have those things too in Nigeria. They have it here in Brazil. Something like the system here is better than the system in Nigeria. But I still complain about some things in Brazil. I'm guilty of that part. Even though I don't have those things in Nigeria. But I feel like even if I get to the United States, I'll still complain about some systems in the United States. I'm not comparing. No, if I'm going to be comparing, Brazil is better than Nigeria. I've always said it in every aspect. If I'm going to be comparing, so I'll still choose Brazil. But I'm just talking about me complaining about some things, which I think is justifiable, because if I'm in US, I'll still complain about some things. That's why we're not having it in Nigeria. But I don't think that's what she means here. Because for some people that are coming from Europe, of course, some countries in Europe is better than Brazil, and that's why they are comparing. But me, where I'm coming from is not better than here. But I still complain, but I don't compare. If I'm to compare, Brazil is better than Nigeria.
it's also not fair. We have our own way to do things. Sometimes you need to get used to, otherwise you're gonna look like a very annoying person to everyone.
And we don't just hurt others. Sometimes foreigners are pretty good at hurting themselves too. Rule number 1, don't trust strangers blindly.
You might seem like you formed a really good connection really quickly with a girl that you've just met. Don't leave your drink unattended. She or someone else can slide something into it.
They'll spike your drink.
Cinderella is a drug that makes you lose
Guys,
your
be careful
capacity
when
to
it comes to this
control
country.
yourself.
They might spike your drink.
Scopolamine is another one. Sleeping drugs or drugs that allow you to lose your autonomy
steal your cash.
can be a real risk. So make sure that you're looking out for yourself and you're not over-trusting to
Baddies will steal your cars, you steal your things, they'll drug you. And some of these drugs that they put, they don't measure the right amount, and it can kill some people, and it can just knock some people out and they'll wake up later because some people's body cannot hold it. So they are not measuring with the right portion. They just use it anyhow. Be careful. Don't, when you are drinking, if you want to go, just finish your drink and go to the toilet. Don't give somebody your drink. And if you are holding your drink as you're dancing, cover your drink like this. I always cover when I'm drinking. I always cover my drink like this. When I'm holding my drink at the party, I don't hold it like this and be dancing. No, I hold it like this. Even though I hold it and I put it down, I just stand like this and I put it down. When I'm dancing, when I'm just drinking, chilling with my guys, and I put it back up. I don't do like this and be holding it. Nah, I hold it like this. I cover it. So guys, be careful. Don't think because a girl is talking to you, you are feeling the vibe. You guys have a lot of things in common in your conversation. You now go and snooze. They spike your drink. They rob you. I swear they rob you. That thing is very rampant, especially in Rio. I don't even like Rio. I don't like Rio. Damn, I don't like Rio. I don't like the energy there. Even though I like the beaches, but I don't like the energy in Rio. But it can happen anywhere. It can happen in somebody. It can happen in any goddamn way. Just be careful, guys. Don't overtrust anybody. Just because you're talking to a lady now, you now leave your drink. Oh, I'm going to go to the toilet. You come back. They spike your drink. They rob you. They might even follow you to your apartment. Safe. They rob you. Even when you take any girl to your apartment, take a band to your apartment, whoever that you've been talking to for a long time, keep your stuffs in the lock. Airbnb, whenever you're taking Airbnb, take Airbnb that have locks. Put your things in the lock. Don't trust any goddamn body. Don't trust them.
quickly.
So, Sabrina, what's the craziest thing you've done in Rio?
Oh my god. I think I didn't do anything that crazy.
Watch the sunset.
It was like nice fish. So you
Tourists annoy Brazilians.
Big
It
question.
seems we're pretty good at it.
Annoying things guys say to girls.
How can you know English? Nobody speaks English here when actually you could have studied, and that's why you know. This sounds like people here has no education at all, so it's not nice to ask that. Also, when they ask, why do you live in Brazil?
Why do you live in
I was
Brazil?
born here. Oh, but you could have a better
Some of
life
you
in
foreigners are doing a
America.
lot.
Who say that I don't like my life here?
I know a lot.
it's
Portuguese is
rude
the
to
official
say that
language.
you could
Everybody
have a
speaks it.
better life somewhere else. If the person is not looking for another life, sometimes people can be happy here too.
What makes some of us or some African countries, now I'm not talking about the European countries, what makes some of us some African countries speak English is because of our colonial masters. And also, why English is also the official language is because there are a lot of tribes in a particular country. Like Nigeria, we have more than 250 tribes or ethnic group. You know, a lot of languages, and English has to be the official language, except our own Nigerian Pidgin English. And that will make us the form of communication for everybody to understand themselves one way or the other. So you speak English. That's why. So that doesn't mean you speaking English, it means you're superior. You speaking English doesn't mean you're superior. You get? You speaking English doesn't mean you're superior. Yes. Let's go.
So feel this one. There's so much screwed up with our world right now. We have a lot to learn from the Brazilians.
What kind of things pisses people off there? What things are you not allowed to complain about?
Our culture, even that we complain a lot about a lot of things, is kind of our thing. We can talk about us, but you can't. The same things that we also complain, but it's like we have the right and you don't.
So tourists should stick away from politics,
yes,
crime.
Because this even
I don't like to talk about politics. I don't like to talk about politics. I don't know anything about Brazilian politics like that.
Opinion about? So if you're not from here,
don't be talking about politics unless
you're basically saying I say
freedom of speech is not so free in Brazil.
Be happy and smile about everything.
Yes, you don't need to pay our taxes, so you can just come here, have fun, go with the flow. Otherwise, it's gonna be hard to make friends.
Phew,
go with the flow,
that
make
was
friends.
A lot to process.
Guys,
remember, most Brazilians still love us foreigners, and it's up to us to give that love back. If you like the video, please consider scanning these codes for a donation.
Alright guys, this is it. Another video from SwedishGringo. Peace out guys. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'll be doing more of these reaction videos about some videos, contents about Brazil. Peace out guys.